What else? Oh. You, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, hold on one second. Fucking I beat her. We're gonna have a conversation today, man. I ain't done nothing in about 2-3 days, man. About Monday, right? What I mean, we're gonna have a conversation today. You know what I mean? We're gonna get the biggest knife in the drawer. We're gonna cut the bullshit out, man. Give me 1 second, man. We're gonna have some fun today, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have some fun today, right? We're gonna have some fun today, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. All right, let me see. I'm about to be seeing you guys in 1 second. I'm just putting here. Shut you guys out. Cause look, check it out, right? I did a actually let me find the video that I did on this. I did a video about this maybe shout out to everybody in the chat. I did a video about this hold on. I did a video about this let me turn my mic up. I did a video about this maybe about a month ago, and people said I was trolling, I was making things up. Even Windows Central blocked me again for the third time. Why he keeps blocking me and unblocking me, right? And I said, did Microsoft secretly, or pull the plug on Crackdown? You know what I mean? As we know it, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people went by the by the title of the video and didn't listen to what I said, what I was saying inside the video. You know what I mean? I told you guys. Some of you guys may be new. Actually, I don't think I got a new subscriber, but you've been rocking out with me for a while. I always told you guys that, hey, you'd be surprised who watches your video. Oh, let me turn this on. You'd be surprised who watches your videos, and since I've been doing YouTube, I done met a few people within the industry. You know what I mean? I've told you guys this numerous times. You know what I mean? I told you that I can confirm that 2 developers that were working on the game inbox me. Hold on, somebody hit me on. Hold on 1 second. No problem. I told you guys I can confirm at least 2 people that I know for sure. It was 3 people that reached out to me, but I can confirm that 2 of these guys they were actually developers, worked inside the game. And I did a video, and I actually, did Microsoft quietly pull the plug on Crackdown 3. And I stated the reasons why in the video, you know what I mean? Basically, I said, in this live stream that what they promised us, we wouldn't get, or what they alluded to, you know what I mean? There were a lot of issues. Now, you have other publications talking about the same thing. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? I told you guys my opinion is my opinion. And you can never be wrong about your opinion, but I have no reason to lie with video games. Like it's not that serious to me. I'm not claiming to be an industry insider. I don't get anything off that. That's not a big deal with me. You know what I mean? But we're gonna have a serious conversation here, because now I'm gonna start to question some of these guys supposed to be And again, I don't have a problem with Windows. I don't have a problem with Jazz. I don't have a problem with Windows Central. You know what I mean? But start to question maybe some of these guys' integrity. Let me actually, I'm gonna tweet it out now. I haven't been live in like 3 days. I got a lot going on, man. I had to put my dog to sleep today. I actually passed away in the car, so I didn't even have to put him to sleep. When I got to the vet, to have him, put to sleep, he already had passed away. Join me live. Join me live. The Xbox. Let me see. Hold up. The Xbox community. Community. Owes me a apology. All right. Right click. Paste. Let me put this out in here. Xbox community owes me an apology. But anyway, before, like I said, I went to go put my dog to sleep. My dog's been. I had an older pit, and he wasn't feeling well. Bigger dogs get what you call hip dysplasia. And he was a big, tall pit. They get hip dysplasia. But he also got sick. Like I said, I was going to have him euthanized today. Fancy words of saying that, put him to sleep. Because they want the dog to suffer. I got a house. He had problems going up and down the steps. Put him in the car, and he passed. When I got to the vet, I had an appointment at 4:30. He already had passed away. Actually, like, all right, shit. It is what it is. You know what I mean? One thing about owning pets, like me, when I get a dog, cat, anything, I'm not really a people's person. I love animals. I have an animal forever, like 80 years, man. I've always been that way. I don't really fuck with people too much. I ain't a people's person. Well, you're so friendly. No, not really. I fuck with those I fuck with, but yeah, you know what I mean. In real life, if you know me, I love it. If I had to choose somebody getting hit by a car and a dog, I'd choose the dog 100 times a day. I ain't only fuck with people. People fuck you over. But so I was dealing with that. So you know what? I wanted to do a show about this the other day, but I couldn't. You know what I mean? But I'm here today. We're gonna talk. I promise. We're gonna have some fun. And I say I got this thing. I hate to be the former ex-bot to say I told you so, but I told you so. Maybe one day start to listen to me, right? Told you guys time and time and again that Crackdown's not really the answer. Not really. It's never really been. Shout out to King's Blood Game. He did a video that I saw. He compared Crackdown 3 to like Mall Cop 1, Mall Cop 2. Like to me, Crackdown, the series itself has never really been that great of a series. Not for all the hype. Now, I mean, the way I guess what they had planned, maybe it was a very ambitious idea, but there's an article said they spoke to someone else, like you said, the multiplayer, the ambition was too big for the actual Crackdown 3. It's been 4 years. We have really yet to see the multiplayer. You know, a few things we're gonna talk about. Now, I don't have some big fancy website. And again, I'm not. I don't have a problem with Windows Central. I want to say this because they would think, Zaire, you're being messy. Actually, I'm not. You know what I mean? I don't really talk about these people. You know what I mean? They always, he's being negative towards the Xbox. No, I'm just being honest. Like, listen, it comes a time in the day, right? Fanboying and shit is cool. We all root for whatever these consoles, like their favorite sports teams. I get it and I understand. But it comes a time when you have to be honest and you have to call the foolery and the fuckery out for what it is. You know what I mean? The bullshit. If you want things to get better, if you're tired of being the laughing stock of the goddamn gaming community, at some point in time where you're going to have to come out and say, you know what? This fanboy shit is, you know what I mean? We got to be honest. I mean, I don't think there was ever a bigger Xbox fanboy in the world than me. You know what I mean? I no longer put my money where my mouth is. You know what I mean? Going out, like I said again, I spent over $3,000 on hardware. Ain't nothing you can tell me about this shit here. You know what I mean? So when I'm telling you there's a problem, there's a situation, somebody that's been here from day one, a lot longer than most of these guys that are so-called Xbox guys, never played Hideki. You're an Xbox fanboy, but you never played Hideki. You never played Jade Empire. You never played Knights of the Republic. Never played Otage. You know what I mean? Never played Midtown Madness. You never played Reckless. Look how old my gamer tag is. And you want to question my integrity? Now listen, I told you my integrity is always in question. I am a whole fuck nigga, and I graduated from fuck nigga university at the top of my class. You know how I'm rocking, right? But when it comes to that, I think I have a little bit more credibility than some of these guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Give me benefit of the doubt, right? All right, here I come right now. This last tweet to send this one out. All right, you know what I mean? I said you gotta give me benefit. Well, you don't have to, but you should. You know what I mean? Like I said, when I'm voicing my opinion or the problems that I have with the platform, they looked at me like, hey, hey, listen, hold up, color fellow, mind your place, bro. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You know what I mean? Said that, hey, this is not healthy. All we got is Gears of Force and Halo that we're guaranteed to get. We're not heading in a healthy direction. Start the conversation that, hey, maybe we need to, how should I say, that what should 343 make outside of Halo? No, they don't make nothing but that. You know what I mean? Shit, especially, I say shit get a little spooky. You know what I mean? But before I get started, again, let me shout out everybody I got going on here. Let me start up to 6996. Shout out to you. Rafiza, Internal 10, shout out to you. Who we got here? Cake Batter, shout out to you. RD, a Matador, 809, shout out to you. Winning Circle, shout out to you. Tommy Jordan, Overdone, Xavier Bay, what's good, brother? Material Weapon, NSZFK, what's good? Les Perez, what's going on? The Geeky Nerd, shout out to you. Skip Billis, what's up, baby? Baked X Beans, what's up? Septic Meatball, what's going on? MM2K, who else we got here? Mad Motherfucker, Paul G, shout out to you. Predator Kingdom, Jay got him, coach. What's going on, Jay? Get your bum ass on that Gears of War tonight. What else we got here? Shout my brother 706 Gamer, what's good? Broadband Bullies, yeah. LO2045, The Almighty, Health Stevens, Rick Zombie, shout out to you. River Hurricane Harvey, shout out to you. Logan, Tizzy Bevins, Spider-Man. I think I got everybody. If I did miss you, I do apologize. But anyway, who's next? What's going on? Who's the Berserker? I think I got everybody now. Listen. Now, okay, let's have fun with this, right? So, I did a video. And the title of that video was what was the title? The title of the video was did Microsoft secretly pull the plug on Crackdown? And the reason why I said that, you know what I mean, because I left proof. You know what I mean, the main people that had something to do with the game are no longer with the company anymore. You know what I mean? And then what was the name of that damn show? Here you go, right here. 3 weeks ago, about a month ago, Microsoft may have secretly pulled the plug. This is it here on Crackdown 3. This was it. This was the actual show. And I got so many people with nasty inboxes. I'm trolling. Want to just go play my PlayStation. All types of stuff, right? This was the very said video here. All types of stuff, right? But again, had they watched the video, I gave credible proof. You know what I mean? You see here, Crackdown 3's original co-developer and series creator are no longer on the project. Now listen, when they showed Crackdown, when they promised us Crackdown, they said fully destructible environments. You could be 2 blocks down the street. You can turn off the gas line in this building. You can make a building on 45th Street fall down. All this stuff, right? And they had, again, this cloud power technology, this tech. Cool, right? Now, I told you, and if you just joined in now, check it out. I told you that a few months ago that what's crazy, I had 3 developers. Now, I can confirm that 2 of these guys actually worked on the project because they showed me, whatever. And it is what it is. I didn't say anything. I didn't do that video until about 3 weeks ago. But I alluded to it in another video before then that it Crackdown. It's not looking good. The wrecking zone or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? 5-on-5. So the game was very repetitive. What else did he say? Very repetitive. It just wasn't fun. You know what I mean? And they couldn't get it to work how they promised, more or less. I'm paraphrasing here. Of course, we had the delay. They showed it again last year at Comic-Con. And I said to them, when they showed it at Comic-Con, that game looked like shit, ran like shit, right? But you guys told me, not you guys, but a lot of the people, pro Xbox guys, said, well, there's never been a graphically looking game that made the game, and what are you talking about, Crackdown? I'm like, no, that game looked like shit. Ran like shit. So then Shannon Loftus came out a few weeks later that and said they're holding the game back for the visual fidelity. Now, if you look at Crackdown now, the new trailer looks totally different than what they showed at E3, right? What we previously, who's this, Miles?
Yeah, what up?
What's going on? What's going on? All right. So it looks totally different than what they showed us now. It looks better visually, graphically. Cool, right? But again, hey, I'm gonna come. You got a better memory than me. When did I started getting those DMs? What you? Because I showed you saw the DMs from the
yeah, that was shit.
What? A while ago, right?
Yeah, that was like a long ass time ago. Like
yeah, but you know what's
7-8 months. Like,
yeah,
that was a long ass time.
That's what. Look, right? Check it out, right? Because some people get off with saying they're industry insider and this that. I don't want to care about none of that shit. And I never even talked about it. You know what I mean? Then was another. I can't confirm that the other guy, but what this other guy was telling me, more or less lined up with what the other two guys was telling me. Basically, you know what I mean? Problem with the tech wasn't really funny. Talking about this record zone stuff. They couldn't really get it to work how they wanted it to work. Too ambitious, whatever the case may be, right? Now I did the video about that, and I named the video. What the hell did I name this video again? I named it Microsoft may have secretly pulled the plug on Crackdown 3. Cool, right? But again, I gave credible things within the article because inside this very dog shit video, you know what I mean? But you had shout out to Jess, you know what I mean? Jess Gordon and stuff. All those guys came out and said I was making shit up. The game is fine. He know, everybody knows somebody that's working on the game is fully destructible X, Y, and Z, right? Call me everything again but a child of God. He blocked me, then unblocked me again. I'm toxic for the community. I'm just making shit up for clicks and clickbait and this, that, and the other, right? Threw me up under the bus. Threw me and my dog shit channel under the bus. You know what I mean? So we got some stuff now. Again, this came out at yesterday. What we got here? It says Crackdown 3, reportedly on its last delay. Cloud power multiplayer is too big for the Xbox One. Did you see the article, Mass?
Yeah, I saw it.
Talk to me about it. Now, listen, could you enlighten me? Because listen, my credibility is always in question. I made all this shit up. Talk to me. What's going on here?
I don't know. Even that article, that all stems from the Eurogamer article from I don't know. It says an anonymous source.
Okay.
And then a part of it was also from David Jones, the original creator of Crackdown.
Who's no longer there?
Yeah, because they started CloudGen, right? And CloudGen was the ones that were handling all the cloud integrations. Like that's literally all that company did. About I don't know, midway through they got bought by Epic, so he basically dropped off of the project once they got bought by Epic. And nobody said nothing, but the way he said it was that he gave them all the tools to get everything running, and whether or not they actually get it running is on Microsoft. It's not on him. So he said he gave them the tools to do everything, but he was on the board as a consultant, and basically Sumo Digital was doing all the heavy work.
All the lifting.
Yeah, they were doing all the actual meat and potatoes of making the game, and he was just a consultant on it. And his company was basically doing all the cloud work and the integration, but he said they did give them all the tools in order to make it happen. Everything else from when they dropped off of it is on Microsoft. He gave them the tools, whether or not they use them was on them. That's what he said.
Okay.
So basically, he said he did his job. Whether or not the shit comes out right ain't on him. That's basically what he covered his ass completely.
Okay. So what are the rumors now? Now it's not going to be fully destructible?
I don't know. Like a lot of these, the rumors are all from people just like jumping to random ass conclusions. Because the internet for the last couple of days been like the whole new Xbox being announced at games, kind of like motherfuckers jump out the window they see some headline and they jump completely out the damn window. Then, or they see some shit like announcing new hardware. New hardware could be anything, but people assume it's a new Xbox.
I think it's new bundles. New bundles probably.
Yeah, it'll be bundles and probably a new controller. Like they announce new hardware every fucking day. Like yeah. I don't know if y'all been paying attention. Xbox announced new controllers and all this other shit like every Thursday. Like that's what they do. So when this shit came out, I didn't think it was gonna be a new Xbox. And anybody who did, you are a dumbass. All you motherfuckers who went out there and wrote articles and made videos about a new Xbox, you're a dumbass. 100% coming from me, you're a dumbass. And it's the same thing with this thing. Like everybody's taking they're taking the pieces they want, and then some random person will write an article about how they saw it, and then that will now become the narrative of how everybody perceives everything. Like even when you go through these articles, if you read the actual quotes, the quotes don't say what the fuck the article says 90% of the time. It's just the interpretation by the person who's writing it. So I don't know if this shit. I was having this conversation with Moss trash game playing ass yesterday. If this shit works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like the cloud computing, cloud processing, that shit's real. It's been happening for 3-4 years. Whether or not that shit really does what it's supposed to in Crackdown itself, I don't know. Whether or not they went to a physics-based model because the X could handle it, and they gonna offload some random shit using the cloud on the original Xbox or even some on the Xbox One X. I don't fucking know. If it don't work the way everybody asked or the way they advertise it, where everything is fucking destructible, that's their ass. That's simple. Whether or not it works, who the fuck knows? I don't know. I'll wait till it come out. But trust me, I'm gonna be the first in line to set their ass on fucking fire. If it don't.
Listen, if you had to bet your paycheck on it, right? Now, I said,
Microsoft fucks up everything.
I know. If where there's smoke, there's fire. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this again, right? That what was told to me. I mean, it is what it is, right? That this whole they had one with the wrecking zone or wrecking ball or whatever 515. They basically can't get this shit. What they promised.
Yeah, they couldn't get the work right.
No, again. Now, this again. What I'm saying, I guess validates those texts, other inboxes and stuff from two different get guys that I can confirm that work. And the third one I can't. You know what I mean? That basically. It's they can't get it to work right. I mean, and theoretically on paper, the cloud, yes, is real. All that good shit, right? That's really well.
Like even the DM that we had the other that we all read, like we all read, like the majority of Triple B knows what we've seen. We ain't report on it because it's all like speculated shit. Just people telling us shit. You know, we get that type of shit all the time, but like then it was corroborated by somebody else. Like, and then we finally said something about it. Like once Microsoft started talking about it, but the way he was talking was like, "Yo, this shit is trash. This shit is trash. It ain't working right. I don't know what the hell they doing." A lot of people are upset, and Microsoft keeps pushing it to be one way, and it's not that way, and so now. They're in a dilemma. Like that's how it was told to us that shit wasn't working the way it was supposed to. Whether or not it actually works, I don't fucking know. Like I said, I'm going to be in the front of the line with the lighter and the lighter fluid, and I'm gonna be burning their ass at the fucking stake. I don't give a fuck. Microsoft can kiss my ass.
Hey, yo, listen. I want to say this right, and for the record, and not that I care. I've never been a big Crackdown guy. I've always said that wasn't the answer way, right? For the record, I'm not, not knocking those that I don't know who likes it. Here's like this: no one, I haven't heard anybody asking for a Crackdown 3 sequel to Crackdown. But if you heard, I've heard people asking for Jade Empire or other little games, other things that they could have brought back, or rather them kept scale bound, whatever the issue was, and then Crackdown. Like I said, to me, Crackdown has never been the answer way, right? But it is what it is, right? But then you have a lot of the Xbox fundamentalists, you know, what I mean, they put Crackdown on this pedestal. Well, you know, Crackdown just, and again, I'm telling you, being honest, like I don't, and again, I'm not to question their integrity. I don't know if they ever played it. Crackdown to me has never been a really great game. I know the first one so well because of the Halo 3 beta. Kudos, you know what I mean. The second one was, to me, was worse than the first one. So again, I you know, it is what it is. Not knocking those that may like it, but I'm telling you, it's never been the answer, right? But then you talk about they hyping up the cloud. You know what I mean? The cloud. I can say the cloud worked well, I guess, for Titanfall. I love Titanfall, the gameplay over.
Yeah, works for Titanfall.
Yeah.
Works for Forza.
Yeah, but it really, I mean, I really worked for, like, I mean, you know, for Titanfall, the way that they did it. Titanfall 2 looked better graphically than the first one, but the cloud shit that they did in the first one was amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how should I say this? Let me choose my words wisely, right?
Fuck that.
No, I'm not going to try to be messy, man. I'm not going to try to be messy. I know people that played the you know how you say the beta, not even the beta, whatever they got behind. I know a few people, right? The wrecking ball, whatever the hell it's called, right? And even they told me it's not really what they promised. Because again, they've been showing us this game for how long? Since what, 2014?
Mm-hmm.
It's 2018. They haven't really had a full demo of the beta or the multiplayer in 4 years. No one has really seen it. Even you just looked at the was it E3? Looked better visually. They showed something, you know, looked a lot better graphically than what they previously showed us. But we still again didn't see the multiplayer, and this is what they're selling the game on, right? Now they pushed the game back to February 19th. Cool, right? And is it the same day or the same week of Anthem?
Same day.
Same day
as Anthem. Same day as Days Gone.
Days Gone, or maybe 2 weeks before the Division.
That shit is DOA.
Yeah, you know,
that shit is undoubtedly DOA. As soon as Anthem was announced, like Days Gone, whatever. If you got an Xbox, you're gonna buy Crackdown. Probably. If you have a PlayStation, you're gonna buy Days Gone. But as soon as Anthem got announced for that same day, yeah, oh yeah, Metro, shit. That shit was DOA to begin with. Like, Crackdown is already middle ground. Like, Crackdown is middleware. If it coming out in February makes sense. It coming out in November would have already been dumb as hell. Like, it's that type of game where it's middleware. It's supposed to come out in February where there's not much happening. It gets a little bump, and it'll be fun for a little while. You move the hell on. That's what the type of game Crackdown is. The cloud shit, like, that would have helped other games. If it was done right. The cloud stuff would have helped other games if it was done right. Like, cloud gaming, cloud processing, all that is the future. Anybody who thought that the cloud was going to make the Xbox stronger, and this includes you, Z.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm telling you, y'all dumbasses. 100% dumbasses. There's no way that in hell that shit was going to happen. But, like, it does work.
Hey, Maya.
It'll offload some shit. It'll
Maya,
make some shit better. It'll allow AI to be adaptive. Like, for shit like that, making something stronger, that shit's impossible. But it will allow for certain things to happen within a game that'll allow for improvement. That'll make better AI, make shit, like, you know, work at a smoother pace. Now, again, Microsoft, just like everything else they do, they fuck it up. They come out, they say some random bullshit, and then they don't ever clarify anything. So then the difference, like when Microsoft comes out and says some shit, it's always like something so ambiguous that if somebody decides to take it and run with a narrative and then Microsoft never fixes it, it becomes everything they didn't want it to be, but they don't know how to fix it. Mm-hmm. If Sony comes out and says some shit that's ambiguous, their fan base takes it in a different direction. Like, Microsoft and Sony doesn't need to fix it because the way they say ambiguous shit is like they're making a new a studio. They're building a new studio for Guerrilla Games, right? Mm-hmm. Hoping to increase by, you know, to 400 people, right? Mm-hmm. So that turned into Sony is making a second studio for Guerrilla Games, and they're probably going to make a new IP. That's what that narrative is turning into. Mm-hmm. there was a thing earlier, I think it was like yesterday or something, where Ninja Theory showed Microsoft construction for their new facility. And in that section, it was an entirely different thing. It was when Microsoft inevitably shuts you down, that'll be a nice big empty building. We won't see your games from this studio for 3 to 5 years. Like that, all that same shit. Like it's literally we're building a building, or we're thinking about building a building, and we're actually building a building. But the narratives are different because Microsoft puts themselves in this position where they say a bunch of stupid shit and then let people run with it, and then they never clarify shit. Like Microsoft, that's how come the whole always online and all that shit. Like you can't buy use games and all that shit. Like all that shit was
their messaging, their wording.
Right, their messaging was just dog shit, and it's the same thing that keeps happening. Microsoft keeps putting themselves in this position where the power of the cloud will give them the power of the cloud will give Xbox all this fucking power and all this stupid shit. That was all dumbass PR speak. Why did y'all let these motherfuckers come out and talk? Like Microsoft, I don't know who on their marketing team or who in their fucking in whatever building they're in was like, yeah, y'all should just go out and say this stupid shit and people will be okay with it. Whoever the hell did that, fire their ass. I hope they no longer work in this industry at all.
Well, I guess it should be. I mean, not to be fair. I mean, the console was supposed to be always online, and I guess a lot of features. Trading the game. You know, the shit they showed that they demoed at E3 2013. And well, even I guess even the Remedy, they said if it wasn't for Microsoft, Titanfall, the cloud shit, they couldn't do what they wanted with Titanfall 1. Whether that's true or not, this is what they said. You know what I mean? And we do have some games. We actually not some games. We have a lot of games that support the cloud, and some as far as your app avatars and X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? Isn't the water on Sea of Thieves using the beautiful water, right? And that otherwise couldn't be made without the power of the goddamn cloud, man. But in your honest opinion, what I mean, now, what I mean, it's been already 4 years. Fucking Crackdown 3 has kind of slipped into development's purgatory, somewhere between hell, Middle Earth, and the actual real life. I'm gonna say this: at the end of the day, it's already under the Microsoft. I'm sorry, under a microscope from, I guess, this cloud shit that they promised. You know what I mean? Whether you don't have the haters, or what I mean, or people that wanted to fail. I always said this wasn't, to me. It wasn't a good game. Maya, thank you. Wasn't a great game. You know what I mean? In my opinion, but what I eat don't make nobody shit. Somebody love it. People love Sea of Thieves. You have motherfuckers talking about Sea of Thieves, the goddamn game of the generation. It is what it is. No pun intended, right? But right now, what do you think they should do? Can they? Because I'm just being honest with you. They can't afford another 69.
Nah, put that shit out. They're gonna have to put it out. Like at this point in time, they've backed themselves so far into a corner where, like, the difference between this situation and the Scalebound situation was Scalebound was shown at a bunch of conferences, right? And give like a release year or whatever, right? And then they canceled it. This shit was given release dates. Like, it'll come out this date. It'll come out this date. At this point in time, they can't afford to let it die. So they're gonna put it out 100%, good or bad, whatever state it's in February. They're gonna put this shit out February 22nd. I can guarantee you this shit will hit shelves February 22nd. Whether or not it does what it's supposed to, entirely different conversation. But I guarantee you this shit will hit shelves February 22nd.
But is that a good thing though? I would rather.
I don't think it'll be a 60-something game. I think it'll come out. For the single player aspect alone, because of how the media is with these type of things. Like, I think it'll get like 70 something, 72, 74, somewhere in that range. It won't get a 60 something. It'll get a 70 something, 72, 74. It'll work. Because I think the single player probably works perfectly.
Yeah.
The multiplayer, it doesn't do all the shit that it's supposed to, which in everybody's mind makes it automatic shit. Whether or not it works is what will determine whether or not it gets a good score or not. Like Sea of Thieves, trash shit came out and it didn't have anything in it, and it had hiccups. State of Decay 2 came out and it had all these bugs. That's what dropped those scores. Otherwise, they would have been in the 70s, somewhere in that range. So I think Crackdown 3 will come out. It'll be a 70-something game, and it'll be forgotten about. It comes out on Tuesday, right? So it'll be forgotten about by Thursday afternoon.
Oh man. I mean, like I said, I would rather them not release it. Honestly, they need a good goddamn game. I know you got Forza Horizon 4. That's gonna get like a 90, high 90s or whatever the case. Cool, but just again, it's Forza. You know what I mean? Everything. I mean, shit, man. I don't know, man. Like, oh man, I really don't fucking know. Like, I really, and again, it's not saying that I want the game to be bad because I always said I ain't give a fuck about Sea of Thieves either. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, to me, I can just look at the game and say, you know what, this ain't, this ain't.
This a cup of tea.
Yeah, it ain't for me. You know what I mean? But here, I'll give you an example. Right? Here's the thing: Halo ain't for me, but it's a good goddamn game. You understand what I'm saying? It's done well, plays well. Okay, it's done well, plays well. It is what it, but I don't like Halo. You know what I mean? I looked at Sea of Thieves like, what the fuck is Sea of Thieves about? I don't get it. I'm on a boat looking for black pigs and nah, what the fuck going on here? You know what I mean? This ain't the goddamn Master's way. You know what I mean? I'm just saying what they should do, if they can, is just don't release. I don't know what the release schedule is for 2019, but you got a Crackdown in February. It was February 19th, February 22nd. They should have another game somewhere around if they can. So, to take off, I guess, so much scrutiny of Crackdown 3. You know what I mean? Because, again, I know you like State of Decay, right? You got State of Sea of Thieves, you had State of Decay. You know what I mean? And again, those games were up under the goddamn, scrutiny of the Microsoft. I mean, because we didn't have anything on the Xbox platform for so long. You know what I mean? Of substance. So when you can eat things like, ooh, is a cracker? Is a wrist cracker? What kind of cracker is that? You know what I mean? Motherfuckers eat that shit up. But now, that's one and done. Who the fuck is still, who the fuck is talking about Sea of Thieves now? Who the fuck is talking about State of Decay? We on to the new. And again, that's gaming period. Once something comes out for a while, you don't really have too many games that he say stand the test of time that motherfuckers gonna keep talking about right now to this day. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But if this is true, I would hate to be the Xbox that say I told you so. I'm not saying I wanted to be true, but I'm just saying that again, when I did the video about this last month, they called me everything but a child of goddamn God. You know what I mean? And they even made excuses. Michael said, I'm not gonna be messy. Made excuses for why, and I said that the actual tech that powers the goddamn game was bought by somebody else. You know what I mean? Give them, a bunch of reasons. You know what I mean? And then maybe it became too expensive. Whatever the fuck. But if you say it's too big for the Xbox One, going by that statement right there alone, let me know that the multiplayer statically on the box, what they're trying to do on the box, can't be done. I mean, or what they want to bring to life, right? You would need, like I say, quote unquote, the power of the cloud. Fully destructible. They've said you can go 5 blocks down, turn up the gas in this building, and knock a building down 42nd Street. We ain't getting all that shit, Shake. We're not getting all that shit there. Ain't no way in hell. And for us not to see any of the multiplayer, hell no. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find this goddamn delivery. I'm reading some of this shit. I'm like, yeah, man. Back then I was really out there, motherfucking damage control. I can cut the gas off in this building. We're going to all hot up in this building right here. We're going to knock a building down 4 blocks over there. Shit. You know what I mean? Ain't no way in hell. You know what I mean? No way in hell.
Like I said, Xbox put themselves in this position, so they get no fucking sympathy from me. If it comes out and it's trash, not what it was promised, catch these hands. If it comes out and it works, but the game is still trash, catch these hands. Like if it come out and everything works fine, and the multiplayer is what they promised, it's still gonna be a mediocre ass game. It's still gonna be filler. It's still not gonna be what saves the Xbox.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Yeah,
no matter how you shake this up, if it comes out and it's great, it's still not gonna be what saves the Xbox. If it comes out and anything doesn't work right, you're going to get shit on. So it doesn't matter one way or the other. But I guarantee you, this game is gonna come out on February 22nd, like it's supposed to.
Yeah, I can go with that. I can go with that. I just don't. going by what was told to me, what I read, even it's not going to be what they promised. You know what I mean? Now, why is that? Don't know whether it's too costly, too over ambitious. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean?
It's I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. It's the original Xbox.
2013 joint.
That's what it's the original Xbox. The original Xbox is what they're all of this is all based off of. Like it has to work on that box. So even like because what you could do theoretically is make a lot of physics-based destruction and then make all the individual particles offloaded onto the cloud. Because that's essentially how they worked the AI and some of the bullet systems in the original Titanfall. So we know that type of cloud processing works. But the original Xbox is so damn weak in comparison, especially to what's the X, that it won't allow it to run right. So that they're trying to figure out how to make it so it is probably at least playable. Because I can almost guarantee you that shit does not work and is not playable on the original Xbox. It probably does work on the X because the demo that they showed back then was on the PC that it'll probably work on the X. But the original Xbox is making it so they cannot put it on one side and make it happen, and put it on the other and not make it happen. Because as soon as they do that shit, and again, this is all Microsoft running their damn mouth. The no gamer left behind. That shit immediately goes out the window. So either way, you're a liar. Either in my eyes, the better part of that lie would be to be like, well, if you have an older Xbox, this shit ain't go. It's going to be limited, just like they did the 360. If you have an older Xbox, this is going to be limited. If you have an Xbox One X, you have fully destructible environments. Like that's the better what the fuck moment than putting it out and it doesn't work right on either because you tried to limit it for the older system. But Microsoft ain't gonna learn that lesson. They're gonna that's why I want the PS5 to come out. I want it with all my soul. I want the PS5 to come out because then Microsoft will just follow whatever the third parties do, and the third parties are gonna slowly start abandoning this current generation, quote unquote. They'll go for the PS5, the Xbox One X, the PS4 Pro to an extent for a while until that shit doesn't work anymore. And then they'll move forward. So they'll make barely, working versions on the Xbox One that'll release, but it'll come with a disclaimer, just like the 360 version did, where it doesn't have this, or this because it doesn't have the power. But until that happens, we're gonna be stuck in the same damn situation where the original Xbox is going to be that baseline, and until Microsoft grows a pair of balls and says, "Well, if you paid for power, you get what you paid for," we're gonna keep running into this shit.
My man here, shout out to my man King B, right? Let me get my tax money for that PS4 Pro, King B. He said, delay it until it's a good game. I don't think I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it's my opinion, and I can be honest. Like I said, Halo's not for me, right? But Halo's a good game. Whether you like it or love it, it is what it is. Overall, good game. Crackdown has never been a good game. I don't think they can delay the motherfucker. Maybe it's the concept is flawed. I don't know. Like I said, Police Academy to me it's always been a very cheesy, straight to DVD blockbuster red box type game. You know what I mean? But that's to me. I mean, what about you? Do you think Crackdown theory can be a good game?
I think it'll be decent and it'll be fun for a short amount of time. Like this is Crackdown's problem is Shenmue's problem is that since the release of that game, there's been so many other games that have come out and done
it better.
What it did, and it does it better, right? That's what Crackdown's problem is. Like Saints Row essentially came out and took over that whole open world, random, zany shit that was Crackdown, where you fly around throwing cars and all that. Like Saints Row have already come out and done that in multiple games. So the fact that Crackdown keeps its same formula, and even from appearances, even from the gameplay, like it doesn't do anything new that from what it what it did before, and it doesn't stand out in its own genre. So even if it set a bar for these type of open world superhero quote unquote collector games, there's been so many games that have come out since then that's done it much better, that Crackdown hasn't garnered the need or the desire for anybody to give a damn. It'll be fun, probably. And it's not gonna last long. Like that fun is gonna be short lived. Even if the multiplayer works as just like it says, that shit's gonna get old. You're gonna go in there, you're gonna destroy a city with your boys, like y'all gonna run around, and then once it's destroyed, y'all gonna stop caring. Like y'all gonna play something else. Like no matter what happens, Crackdown put itself in a position where it's just like it's damned if it's do it, damned if it's don't, because the games that are in its same genre have already done what it's doing. Like even that right there, like that, literally, there's nothing there that says it's doing anything better than the games that have already come out.
Yeah, I don't know, man. All right, well, I guess to do too much something else. So what you get into there? What you been on? I ain't talking to, but what you got going?
Same shit.
What's up with the videos?
I'm actually making an actual fucking video,
Jesus.
not just Mr. Parker.
Yeah.
I'm making an actual goddamn video. I've been home, bro. Like I get home, like I go to work. I'll be in meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting. I get home.
You done turned into post, man. Detox.
Like, I know, bro. Like, yeah, I'm making an actual video. Got a new intro. Got new transitions. The whole nine. Like, whenever I reinvent the brand, I come back harder. So I'm making an actual video. It'll be out on Monday, and it's just kind of a catch up video of all this bullshit that's been coming out and everybody's expectations, because everybody, like I said, my observation of gaming, like I ain't even been in the fuckery on Twitter for real. Usually I am knee deep. Like
yo, what happened? What happened with Kid Smooth yesterday? Now, what the? I wasn't on. I ain't been around a couple of days. What happened with Smooth? The aim bot or the Xbox? What the hell broke his PC?
he broke his goddamn PC.
He broke his PC and his monitor?
That's what he said. What? That's what he said, bro. I don't. You know me, and I don't follow none of these dudes. The only time I see it is when it pop up, because y'all say something. Y'all be like, "Yo, go look at this." This is the only time I see it. I don't follow none of these motherfuckers. Shit, and he broke his PC. Then he got a new PC, and then he turned it on in one of the little reticle features or whatever. And then Garrett called him out. He called him a fake gamer. Crumb side. They hop on it.
Oh. So you said somebody, was it the aim body was using or some shit? Or?
It's like it wasn't an aimbot, but I don't know that he doesn't use aimbot. I've watched like 30 seconds of him playing something. I don't remember what it was, and he's trash. So I can't say that he doesn't. But I don't know. He had the, like, there's on the monitor, there's like a feature where you turn on when you do the initial setup, there's like a feature where you turn on the reticule. Like it's like it looks like a homing beacon.
Okay.
Like a targeting reticule, and use it for cow and stuff. And that's what that was. But like, again, it's not quite an aimbot, but it's not.
He said he was using it for his Xbox or some shit, and it broke his PC. Broke the. I'm like, huh? What? Broke the monitor? Your PC can break your monitor?
Again, man, this motherfucker is these are the same dudes who put out GoFundMe's and put out Patreons because they want a hug. Like I don't get it.
Hey, man, shout out to Smooth, man. Smooth,
I
good guy. I go to work. Pay my taxes. I mean, like I said, there's been a lot going on, man. You got Trump and Putin over there. You know what I mean? Wooden.
That was literally the word. Like immediately, all I thought was like, "I wanna piss on you."
Yeah, for real.
Like, bruh, like, is that tape real?
Yeah.
You literally Like, you just gave this man a handy on international TV. Like, why you give this man a reach around on TV?
Reach around and reach it off. Yeah, that motherfucker. Yeah.
And then he came on today or yesterday. What he's like?
I
would. Like, yeah. I said I would, but I wouldn't. Yeah, but we listened to the rest of what you said.
Yeah, that shit,
and even if we change would to wouldn't, the rest of the context says the same shit. I don't like it says the exact opposite. I don't know. No matter what you say, the rest of it, I watched it.
Yeah, that was some wild shit there. That was some real shit. Like I said, I've been like a lot going on, man. Went to put my dog to sleep today. He passed away in the car. So I'm like, damn, once I got here, already died. Yeah, man. I'm motherfucker like me. I told you I ain't a pure my dog, man. I was dog, scam animal dude, man. Motherfucker dog. My dog.
Yeah, you used to carry ox ass.
Yeah.
I gotta take the dog out. Yeah, you used to carry ox ass around. I remember.
Yeah, I was finally the motherfucker kicked the bucket today and shit, man. Motherfucking, but yes, I ain't really been following what's been going on with my damn. So this is a little fuckery. They said Bond and Heartache going about it. They said Bond. Yeah. I guess he said Heartache said that Bond coming out with a podcast that's copying his shit or some shit. Like, what the fuck going on? These motherfuckers crazy.
You know, like I said, that's the thing. Like, this little bit of change that these dudes is making on YouTube got your heads all fucked up. Like, I don't get this shit. We bros. Like, you my brother. Like, you need something. It's nothing. Like, I don't give a damn about this YouTube bullshit. Yeah. The fact that y'all let this little change that y'all was getting from some Patreon on a botted podcast. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man.
And you know, I kind of coin when the truth be more entertaining than the lie. I'm just saying, man. I told you shit be kind of spooky, but shout out to them dudes, man. I ain't a hater, but yeah, I told you shit was kind of spooky. But you coming from me though, it looks like I got history bad blood with them dudes. Look like I'm hating or next gen, you know, the 4K. But nigga,
okay, well, coming from me, who don't even know y'all niggas exist outside of the fact that these people tell me y'all do. Yeah, this shit just looks stupid. Yeah. Like I don't follow none of y'all shit. I didn't know about y'all podcast and none of that shit until these dudes are talking about it, and it's like, yeah, you heard this? Nah, I ain't heard none of that shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about none of it. I don't. And to me, this shit from the outside looking in looks real fucking spooky. Like, y'all over this little bit of chump change. Like, I mean, what is it, like $500? You over like $500?
Yeah. It was definitely really? It was definitely kind of spooky. And my man here said, what? Shout out to he said, what Trump has made the U.S. economy boom. Is the U.S. economy booming?
Booming? What is boom? Because I don't know what boom means.
I guess he mean banging. Like it should.
No. Because our debt is still rising. Our international relations are steadily going down. Our trade tariffs are higher. So our individual businesses are paying out more. That's why they're moving out of country. Like,
hey,
what the hell are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
Like, y'all don't see the forest for the trees. Y'all like see articles and only see the shit. Like, I don't watch CNN or I don't watch Fox News or any of that shit. I just look at the individual. I go looking for my own individual information. Shit that's verified that I see is like, yeah, that works. Because CNN and Fox News and all these other media stations, them motherfuckers are in it for ratings. They're like YouTubers.
Yeah.
They're like YouTubers for old people, bruh.
Yeah.
Like that's it. They in this for the ratings. They're gonna put up whatever flame ass thing across the screen. I think it was like some shit on YouTube where it was like, you know, one of them suggestions in the little normal section, right? Where it was like CNN said some shit like Trump is a traitor. He sells out our country for something. And then on Fox News, it was like Trump is a new age what was it? New age Ronald Reagan, and he speaks the truth, and like they're literally talking about the same story. Like interpretation is a bitch. Yeah. It's always gonna be your interpretation is gonna be your interpretation one way or the other.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You said, dude sounds like a liberal.
That's another thing. If you are a liberal or a conservative, you're a fucking moron. I just want to put this out there. if you have to be told that you are all left or all right, and by some other motherfucker in order for you to feel better about yourself, you're a fucking idiot. I have individual thoughts. I own 9 guns. Do I think there needs to be better gun laws? Yes. So again, this is all because I know how I have a fucking brain. I can think for myself. All these motherfuckers on all way right or all the way left. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, like, man. I don't know.
Just make thoughts. Make up your own mind about certain issues. Even as far as liberals voting Democrat versus Republican. I don't do that shit. My money says I should be a Republican. But a lot of my beliefs say I should be a Democrat. But I fall somewhere in the middle. I fall on whoever the fuck has the best policies based on whoever the fuck is talking correctly. I don't give a fuck whether you red, blue, if you're green, you're an independent somewhere in the middle. If you're saying the shit that matters to me, that is what I vote with. And I always vote. And that's another thing. All you fucking liberals who out here running and jumping and talking about Trump is the devil, he needs to get impeached. Guarantee you Trump's gonna go up for another term because none of you motherfuckers gonna go out and vote. Guarantee you.
You think you gonna make another term?
100%.
He gonna be
if
president?
This motherfucker, if he don't get impeached, which it doesn't look like it's gonna happen because a lot of the Republicans are in save yourself mode, and it's been shown that if Trump says get him the fuck out of here, his base will get him the fuck out of here, and his base is going to go out and vote. They're 100% going to go out and vote. And the people who are all talking on the internet about how bad he is and he's horrible for this and that and all this bullshit, like none of them people are going to be in the booth. They're just going to be on Twitter. They're going to be on the Twitter while his base is going to be out voting. I guarantee that shit.
Damn.
I'm telling you, these motherfuckers all talk. Like I said, left, far right, whatever. Like, just make a decision that sits well with you. All this other shit, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, man. Like I said,
Trump wasn't my choice.
Hell no. I'd rather have Bernie.
I 100% say that. Trump wasn't my choice.
I'd rather have Bernie.
He's still the fucking president. Like, I don't give a damn. I'm not judging him based off of what he may have done. I'm judging him based off of the shit he is doing. Just like everybody keeps trying to tell me I didn't watch a fucking video of him saying that the entire United States, the intelligence community is full of shit, but he trusts Vladimir Putin. Like, yeah. I watched that shit. I watched that shit happen. I watched him say that Putin wants to be involved in an investigation against him, and he's okay with that. I watched that shit happen. You can't tell me it didn't. I fucking watched it. You can't tell me what he kind of meant. I watched this shit.
Damn. Yeah, he said I wouldn't. He shot the fuck out.
Right, like I watched this shit. You can't tell me what I watched. I watched him say this shit. I watched the shit that he said. I watched the shit that he wanted to do. I literally watched him. This all come out of his mouth, and that's the part I have. Like all his base, I have a problem with them having like cognitive dissonance where they keep telling me I don't see what the fuck I see. Like I watch him say these words out his mouth. I watch Sarah Huckabee come and say these fucking words, or like I watched this shit.
Hey yo, my man, shout out my man Jesse P, biggest Trump supporter, Jesse P. Parker. Yeah, but know what I mean. But yeah,
nah, dude, I got guns all over my house. Trust me, you won't make it in here. And everybody in my house, including my 8-year-old son, knows how to shoot.
Yeah, you down south. People go Michael Irvin. What side you on? Shit, man. What happened with Michael Irvin? What he didn't say?
And I saw the news.
Did I miss something?
I don't know. I'm looking on Facebook. Stephen Jackson said you got some choice words for Michael Irvin.
Say, man, I'm a Cowboy fan.
You know how?
Hey, Michael Irvin. I be trying to figure out what side you
are like, and that's another thing. A celebrity is a citizen just like you. Them motherfuckers just make more money. Like,
The prominent, and then try to say, I didn't. Shit, motherfuckers in the chat, man. But shit, King B. Shout out. Putin is an anti-globalist as Trump is, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Everybody, and then they cutting up right now.
Are they talking about Michael? Are they talking about everyone with the TO shit?
What happened with T.O.? T.O. didn't want to go to the Hall of Fame or something, right?
Yeah, so they didn't honor him, right? But I don't know. Michael Irvin said he was like mad about it or disappointed or some shit. I don't know, something like that. Like he
was on Samuel Jackson Django shit. They trying to say?
Yeah, he was. You need to come. I'm mad with this beef shit. Like, I don't know. Who gives a fuck?
We gotta respect the flag. The flag is the flag. Oh man! Again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Listen, man. If you're not following me on Twitter, this is the link. Also, check it out.
Fuck you, Doom. Fuck you.
All of the shows that we do be on Stitcher, iTunes, SoundCloud, 8 Balls. Put the links in there.
I put the link over there.
Yeah, put all the links in there. All the shows and shit that we do is always there, so you can catch up on them. And also too, the Discord. You guys join the Discord. Put the link. How do we get the permanent link for? I think I got the permanent link for Discord. The permanent link.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got Discord open.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've been home before 8 o'clock in like 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, you've been on the road.
Right. I'm telling you, like, I've been meeting with people like all damn day. I look at my email. I looked at my email just now. When I left my building, I had 71 emails.
Damn.
I have 418 fucking emails. I left the building an hour ago.
Damn. This shit jumping.
This shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, what's the 7th? You getting on tonight? What we playing tonight? What we doing tonight?
It's whatever, bro. I'm home, so I don't give a damn, bro. If it's Gears or
I don't even fuck with no Gears.
If it's Gears or anything like that, I will be in the party.
Yeah.
I'm playing that shit.
Yeah. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, look, check it out, right? Leave the link there, man. I'm gonna be that's my Twitch. We're gonna be twitching in about give me like 20 minutes. I got a tank full of gas. We getting in there tonight, man. But yeah,
do you see that Kawhi shit?
Yeah, what's Kawhi going?
He going to Toronto. Yeah, Toronto.
Yeah. Oh shit! They traded DeMar Rosen or something.
DeMar DeRozan. That was a win for the Spurs.
Hell yeah!
Spurs took a big ass W
because he got some time left on his contract, right?
He got 3 years.
Oh yeah, they can have him for 3 years. Damn.
They got that man for 3 years. Kawhi won't even commit to tomorrow.
Yeah. So.
This motherfucker said he wasn't playing this year.
Yeah.
He gonna show up and get that 20 million, but come on.
Yeah, like damn. Motherfucking, I guess I guess they want to pay DeMar no more. He a franchise type player though. That's crazy.
He ain't got no damn jump shot. He ain't never had no jump shot. He got to fix that shit.
Yeah.
And he's had what 8 years now. He's been in the league. I think he had 8-9 years to do that shit. He just haven't fixed it. He needs to fix it. And like that was an upgrade for the Raptors if he's healthy. If he's healthy, that's a big ass if. If he's healthy, then that's an upgrade. But I think they traded for him so they can try to trade him to the Lakers. Before the trade deadline.
Trade who to the Lakers?
The Raptors.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah.
Because the Spurs wanted too much. The Spurs was trying to get get the farm from the Lakers. So I think that Toronto did it, and then they're gonna be like, all right, well, now we got him as a trade piece, and we can try to get some of them young players from, try to get Brandon Ingram probably and Josh Hart and one of them random ass picks and trade Kawhi before the deadline in the sign and trade.
So what about
have some young pieces that fit the same mold?
So what Carmelo going?
I don't know. Probably Houston. It's either Houston or LA. Like he's literally not going anywhere else. It's either Houston or LA. I'm leaning more towards LA right now, but I don't want him as a Laker. I hope he goes to Houston so he can fuck up their system. But
it might fit in good. They all know, but offense out there in Houston, man, running gun.
I don't know, bro. But this is the problem is he needs the ball to do what he does. Like he's a ball stopper. He's like old school, like real New York, where you give me the ball and I'll operate.
Isolation.
He's an isolation player. That's not what they need. Like James Harden is gonna handle the ball. He's gonna dish it to whoever needs it. Like Melo refuses to stand in the corner and shoot. He also refuses to come off the bench, which is even worse because if he had went to Houston with either Mbah Moute or Trevor Ariza there, he would have came off the bench, like 100%. So he would have not went there.
What did he?
Now both of them is gone. He gonna try to start.
What did he average
last year? I think it was like 14, something like that.
Oh damn, yeah.
15, somewhere in that range.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Like he's a ball stopper though. He needs the ball to operate because even in international play, they would feed him in the post and then he would operate there but kick it out when he needs to, and that's not gonna work with how Houston plays ball. Like there's a reason Mike D'Antoni didn't want him the first time, because he'll come down and stop the ball. And Mike just wants to run, shoot the goddamn ball, come back down, hope they miss, and then run back down and shoot the damn ball. On defense, he gonna be as bad, if not worse, than James Harden, where he just gonna be like, "Yeah, go ahead, you got this."
Yeah, 1-on-1.
On defense, he's not gonna play it. He just gonna come down. He gonna stand there. He gonna be like, "Yeah, go ahead, score, so I can run down the court. I need the ball."
Yeah.
So go ahead, you got this. Like they Houston defense got so much worse.
Shit.
And even already before Carmelo signed, they defense got so much goddamn worse.
Shit.
That's why they need Clint Capella. They need to just throw him the whole damn bag, throw the whole damn bag at his ass, and they need to try to get some defensive minded free agent who's out there and just try to snatch him up and so they can at least have somebody to play against Kevin Durant, because KD is gonna destroy their ass. LeBron in the West now is gonna destroy their ass because they ain't got nobody who can stop. Ain't got nobody who's even willing to try.
Yeah, I mean LeBron. So they still need some pieces out there in LA. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, look, check it out. We're gonna be rocking on Twitch, doing something. Come rock out, the party be open. Come rock out with us, man. Also follow me on Twitter. That's the link to my Twitter. I'm back out. Actually, I've been in Twitter about a week now. I got to fight with Bond.
Bro, you in Twitter jail every 5 seconds, bro.
Hey man, it was Bond. Bond called the police on me, bro.
Like literally all the damn time. Is there something you don't do?
Oh man, I don't know.
Stop.
Hey yo, I listen. I got my Twitter and shit. No, I found out why my Twitter got banned, man. Crap said he had a headache or some shit, right? I said, check your sugar, you fat bitch. I went and laid the fuck back down. My shit was gone. I said, God damn, dog. You know what I mean? Like, damn. This nigga done me out, bro. Called the police on me, man. But listen,
you gotta stop, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta stop.
It is what it is. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you enjoyed the show today. I'll be back tomorrow, and tomorrow's Thursday too. I'll be back early in the day tomorrow, and I'll be back with the Multiplayer Podcast, Foolish and Fuckery as always. Thank you for rocking out. We out of here, man. Bang.
Hey, thieves is trash.
Oh shit. This is asinine.